One mistake nearly destroyed my life, and you're probably making the same mistake right now. Hi everyone, I'm Amanda, 34, and I live in Miami. What I'm about to reveal in this video may shock you as much as it shocked me when I discovered the truth. For 8 months, I completely ignored a symptom my body was desperately trying to show me. A sign so simple, so obvious, that when I finally understood it, it was almost too late. In just 30 days, I gained 11 pounds out of nowhere. I hadn't changed my diet, I hadn't stopped exercising, and I wasn't taking any new medications. But my body started to swell as if I'd completely lost control of it. And the worst part? Every doctor I saw told me everything was normal. If you're watching this video, you probably feel like your body is betraying you. You wake up heavier every day, your clothes no longer fit, you avoid mirrors, you cancel appointments because you have no energy, and the only explanation everyone gives you is, you need more discipline. But I'm here to tell you a truth that completely changed my life. It's not a lack of discipline. It's not a lack of willpower. It's not laziness. It's a specific organ in your body that's silently sabotaging your every attempt to lose weight. And when I figured out which one it was, everything made sense. Every pound you inexplicably gained. Every diet that stopped working. Every time you looked in the mirror and thought, what's happening to me? In the next few minutes, I'll tell you exactly what mistake I made that almost cost me my health, my self-esteem, and my marriage. More importantly, I'll reveal the exact solution I used to completely reverse the situation in just 3 weeks. A solution that doesn't involve restrictive diets, strenuous exercise, or expensive supplements. In fact, it's something so simple you'll be annoyed no one told you about it before. But here's the warning I need to give. If you're gaining weight without explanation, feeling constant fatigue that doesn't go away with rest, or noticing that your belly is always bloated even when you're eating little, you may be ignoring the same warning sign I did. And the consequences can be devastating, not just for your weight, but for your overall health. Because what I discovered wasn't just about weight loss. It was about how a single organ controls literally everything in your body. Your hormones, your energy, your fat-burning ability, even your mood and disposition. When it stops functioning properly, it's as if someone turned off the master switch on your metabolism. And here's the scariest part. According to recent studies, more than 100 million Americans are living with this condition right now, but less than 5% know they have it. The symptoms are so common, so normal, that both patients and doctors completely ignore the warning signs. So, if you want to find out what mistake made me gain 10 pounds in 30 days, and most importantly, how I fixed it permanently and naturally, stick with me until the end of this video. Because what I'm about to reveal could literally save your life, just like it saved mine. But before I continue, leave a like now to help me reach more people who need this information. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and activate the bell so you do not miss future videos where I'll continue to expose truths about weight loss that the industry doesn't want you to know. And most importantly, comment below and tell me, are you also gaining weight without explanation? Do you feel like you're doing everything right but your body isn't responding? Because I read every comment and will respond to each one personally. Your transformation journey starts now. And I promise that in 20 minutes, you'll leave here with a completely new perspective on your body and health. Let me tell you exactly what happened to me and why it's probably happening to you too right now. I was sitting in the doctor's office here in Miami, staring at yet another test result that said normal. This was my 5th doctor in 3 months. Endocrinologist, cardiologist, general practitioner, they all told me the same thing. Your numbers are perfect, Amanda. You just need to eat less and exercise more. But I knew something was terribly wrong. In 30 days, my body had changed in ways I'd never seen before. It wasn't just the 10 pounds on the scale, it was the way I felt. It was as if someone had drained all my life force overnight. I'd wake up exhausted even after sleeping for 9 hours. My belly was always bloated, as if I'd eaten a giant meal, even when I'd fasted for hours. And there was something more disturbing, a constant feeling of heaviness on the right side of my abdomen, as if something were pressing down on me. Here's the shocking truth I discovered after months of investigation. What was happening to me isn't rare. In fact, it's a silent epidemic that's devastating the health of millions of Americans right now. According to the CDC, more than 25% of the American population, That's over 80 million people, suffers from a specific condition that directly affects metabolism, but is rarely properly diagnosed. The symptoms are so common that both patients and doctors dismiss them as normal, aging, or stress. But here's what no one tells you. There's an organ in your body that's responsible for over 500 different vital functions. 500. It controls your metabolism, produces essential hormones, processes toxins, regulates blood sugar, and determines whether the food you eat turns into energy or is stored as fat. And when this organ becomes overwhelmed, something that happens gradually, silently, without you even realizing it, your body literally stops burning fat properly. It's as if someone changed your metabolic settings without you knowing. The problem is that we live in a time where this organ is under constant attack. Every day, without realizing it, we bombard it with substances it wasn't designed to process in the quantities we consume today. I'm talking about the preservatives in the processed foods that fill American supermarkets, the artificial sugars present in virtually everything we buy, the medications we regularly take, from Tylenol to birth control pills, the alcohol we consume socially, even the air pollution in big cities like Miami. And here's the most frustrating part. When this organ is compromised, the symptoms you experience are exactly the same ones everyone associates with lack of discipline or slow metabolism of old age. Unexplained weight gain? Everyone says, you're eating more than you think. Constant fatigue? It's work stress. Difficulty losing weight? You need more willpower. Constantly bloated? It's normal after 30. But the reality is much more sinister. Your body has been sending you distress signals for months, maybe even years. And while you blame yourself for not having enough self-control, the real culprit is silently working to sabotage your every attempt to lose weight. For months, I tried everything. I cut carbs completely. Nothing. I did intermittent fasting religiously. Nothing. I increased my workouts to 6 times a week. In fact, it got worse. It was as if my body was programmed to store every calorie I consumed. The final straw came when I started experiencing pain on the right side of my abdomen. It wasn't a sharp pain, but a constant feeling of pressure, as if something were inflamed inside. That's when I saw my last doctor, a gastroenterologist who finally looked beyond the standard tests. And he was the one who explained something to me that completely changed my perspective. Amanda, the problem isn't your discipline, it's your liver. Liver. The word no one associates with weight loss. Everyone talks about hormones, the thyroid, and a slow metabolism, but no one talks about the organ that controls all of this, the liver. I discovered that when the liver becomes overworked, a condition doctors call hepatic steatosis or fatty liver, it simply stops doing its job of burning fat efficiently. Worse, it starts storing fat both within itself and sending signals to the rest of the body to do the same. And here's the scariest fact of all. Recent studies show that non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, NAFLD, has become the leading cause of liver disease in the United States, surpassing even alcoholism. And most people don't know they have it because the symptoms are dismissed as normal weight and energy issues. I was literally poisoning my liver unknowingly day after day, meal after meal. And every attempt to lose weight was actually making it worse because I was attacking the symptoms instead of the root cause. Comment here if you've been through this too. Having all the normal tests, following every fad diet, killing yourself at the gym, and still gaining weight or not being able to lose it. Because I guarantee you're not alone in this struggle. So after discovering that my liver was silently sabotaging my metabolism, I was determined to find a real solution. And what happened next changed not only my life, but my entire understanding of how the human body actually works. That's when Dr. Martinez, my gastroenterologist, introduced me to something he called the best-kept secret in modern medicine. He explained that there is a specific protocol based on research from renowned universities like Harvard and Johns Hopkins that can literally reset liver function in just 21 days. Amanda, he said, looking directly into my eyes, what I'm about to show you goes against everything you've heard about weight loss. But the results speak for themselves. The revolutionary discovery? The problem isn't cleansing the liver with detox juices or extreme fasting, as everyone preaches. The key is reactivating liver cells that have become dormant due to constant toxic overload. Imagine your liver as the processor of a super advanced computer. When you install too many heavy programs and don't maintain them, your computer slows down, freezes, and stops responding properly. You don't throw your computer away. You perform a smart reset that restores its original capabilities. That's exactly what I've discovered is possible with the liver. And I'm not talking theory. I'm talking about a proven scientific protocol that works in 3 specific steps. Stage 1, metabolic awakening, days 1-7. Using specific natural compounds that reactivate the mitochondria of liver cells. Literally, the power plants that were operating in economy mode. Dr. Martinez explained to me that certain substances, when combined in the right proportions, can wake up these cells in just a few days. Stage 2, cell regeneration, days 8-14. This is where the real transformation happens, using specific nutrients that promote the renewal of damaged liver cells. Studies show that the liver has an incredible capacity for regeneration. It's the only organ in the human body that can almost completely renew itself when given the right support. Stage 3, permanent optimization, days 15-21. In the final phase, the regenerated liver begins producing high-quality enzymes and bile again, completely reactivating fat metabolism. It's at this stage that you literally feel your body functioning as it should. But here's the crucial difference. This protocol isn't based on extreme dietary restrictions or expensive supplements. In fact, it's surprisingly simple and uses only ingredients you can easily find in the United States. When I started applying this protocol to myself, the results were absolutely transformative. Week 1. My energy returned dramatically. It wasn't the artificial energy from coffee, but a natural vitality I hadn't felt in years. Week 2. The abdominal bloating is completely gone. For the first time in months, I woke up with a flat stomach. And that feeling of pressure on my right side? Gone. Week 3. The 10 pounds I inexplicably gained are gone. But most importantly, I've lost an additional 7 pounds that had been stuck for over a year. And here's the most amazing part. After completing the 21-day protocol, my metabolism continued to rev up. It was as if someone had flipped the main switch in my body. Over the next few months, I continued to lose weight naturally, eating normally, and not depriving myself of anything. My body was finally responding proportionally to my efforts, as it always should have. But the benefits went far beyond weight loss. My sleep became deeper and more restful. My skin acquired a natural glow it hadn't had in years. My energy for daily activities returned completely. And most importantly, for the first time in a long time, I felt in control of my own health. Dr. Martinez explained to me that when the liver functions properly again, it not only burns fat efficiently, but also regulates hormones, produces natural antioxidants, and coordinates the entire body's metabolism. It's literally like completely upgrading your body's software. The difference between this protocol and anything else you've tried is fundamental. It doesn't work against your body with restrictions and deprivation. It works with your body, giving it exactly what it needs to function as nature intended. And here's something important I need to warn you about. This protocol is so effective that you'll notice significant changes within the first few days. But precisely for this reason, it's crucial to follow the instructions in the correct sequence and proportions to ensure safe and lasting results. That's why I created a comprehensive guide where I explain step-by-step how to apply this protocol, with all the specific guidelines, detailed timelines, and especially the necessary precautions to avoid errors that could compromise your results. Click the description of this video now and access the complete material that can transform your life in the next 3 weeks. It's there that I reveal all the details of the protocol, the specific elements, the exact proportions, and how to adapt it to your individual situation. Don't put it off, because the longer your liver remains overloaded, the more difficult it becomes to reverse the situation, and the more your health may be compromised in the long term. Folks, we've reached the end of this journey, and I need to make it very clear what we've discovered together today. The simple mistake that made me gain 10 pounds in just 1 month wasn't overeating. It wasn't lack of exercise. It wasn't lack of willpower. It was ignoring what my liver was desperately trying to communicate to me through the signals my body sent me every day. For months, I treated the symptoms instead of the cause. I focused on restrictive diets when I should have focused on liver regeneration. I increased exercise when I should have decreased toxic overload. I sought complex solutions when the answer was surprisingly simple. Give my liver what it needed to function properly again. And now you know there is a way. It's no longer a question of if you'll be able to regain your metabolism and lose weight naturally. It's a question of when you'll decide to apply what really works. The liver reset protocol I discovered isn't just another temporary solution you abandon after a few weeks. It's a system based on real science, research from respected institutions, that works with your body's natural biology instead of against it. When your liver starts functioning properly again, the benefits go far beyond weight loss. You experience consistent energy throughout the day, without those peaks and valleys that leave you exhausted. Your sleep becomes deeply restorative. Your digestion works perfectly, without bloating or discomfort. And most importantly, your metabolism finally responds to your efforts proportionally. You'll no longer wake up feeling betrayed by your own body. You'll no longer blame yourself for lack of discipline when the problem was never discipline. You'll no longer try increasingly restrictive diets that only worsen the situation for your already overburdened liver. But I have to be honest, knowledge without action doesn't change anything. You may know exactly what's causing your problem, but if you don't apply the solution, you'll stay exactly where you are. And time is ticking. Every day your liver remains overloaded is another day your metabolism is operating below capacity. And here's something that genuinely concerns me. Millions of American women are experiencing this same problem right now, but they keep looking for solutions in the wrong places. They keep trying fad diets, weight loss pills, and expensive procedures, when the answer lies in something much more fundamental and accessible. So, if you really want to break out of this frustrating cycle of gaining and losing the same weight, if you're tired of feeling disconnected from your body, if you want to finally have real control over your health and weight, don't let this opportunity pass you by. Click on the description of this video now and access the complete material where I explain exactly how to apply the liver reset protocol. There you'll discover the specific elements, the exact proportions, the correct timing, and how to avoid common mistakes that can sabotage your results. This comprehensive material could be taken offline at any moment. Not because it's dangerous. On the contrary, it's completely natural and safe when applied correctly. But because there's a billion-dollar industry profiting from your suffering, they'd rather you keep buying diets, supplements, medications, procedures, anything but figuring out how to address the root cause of the problem. Don't wait any longer. Don't let another day go by feeling frustrated with your body. Don't waste any more time trying solutions that address symptoms instead of the cause. Click the description now, access the complete material, and begin your real transformation today. Because your health and happiness can't wait any longer. And before you go, don't forget to like this video. It really helps me reach more people who need this information. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you don't miss future videos where I'll continue revealing life-changing health truths. And comment below and tell me, will you try the liver reset protocol? Which symptom I mentioned most caught your attention? I read every comment and respond personally because your transformation journey is important to me. Remember, your transformation begins with a single decision, and that decision can be right now. Click on the description, access the full material, and change your life forever. Thank you so much for watching this far, and we'll see you in the new version. Kisses, Amanda.